Are we in? Here we go. Are you gonna be able to crop that? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we're gonna crop it, baby. Crop it. Oh my gosh, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, it is happening. We are continuing the I Want You on My Face series. And today we have the one and only.
The face of the season, Mama.
The mug of the season, Mama.
The Toronto 10.
Voice of an angel. Uma Gahd, everybody.
Yeah.
God bless.
God bless.
Oh my gosh, Uma, I'm so excited you're here. Thank you for being here.
I think, am I the last one?
You are the last one I haven't filmed with, yeah.
There we go. So it took
We have to refilm some. They'll be coming. We'll talk about it in those videos. Technical difficulties, aka I smoked too much weed. But
this one's gonna go flawlessly.
But this is actually the first one that we have filmed post-season, post-announcement, post-anything. Everything else you saw was filmed before anyone knew who we were. This one, we have so much more tea. Because we know everything that happened, and we know everything that you saw happened.
And we know how you felt about it. So.
And I'm very excited to be inducted into the Ministry of God.
The House of God.
The House of God.
You'll be out there doing God's work.
God's work. I can't wait to go on a mission. Is that what they're called?
Yes. Well then let's get this one started, shall we?
Yeah.
Don't think too much, just sip some poison.
On for camera. Why am I talking like this? We're gonna start this over. Oh no.
Oh, the illusion is shattered.
All right.
Paris Hilton of it all. Well, what would the first step to becoming Uma Gahd usually be? It would be primer, yeah?
Yes, okay.
Because I've moisturized and I've shaved.
See, I don't even do that. Naturally hairless.
Naturally hairless.
We're gonna do it because it's the goop. It's goopy and you're ooky and spooky and goopy and weird.
Yeah. Someone's gonna screen grab that little thing of you like Simba-ing me.
Yeah.
With this white fluid on my face.
When,
I don't think of makeup as makeup. I like it to be a little face painty.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm so excited for today's transformation because we're gonna be doing drag today.
Oh yes. Well, we were watching, I was watching the one with Minnie, and you were talking about how all the girls just kind of like, they're like, I'm gonna use my real brows.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know what to do. You don't have eyebrows. I use my own brow, or I use part of my own brow. And I was like, y'all out here looking like freaking Rottweilers with your little brow nubs.
Yeah, like, I'm going to put you in... I always tell people that I am a birthday clown made of couch cushions.
Ooh.
So, like, we're painting it on today.
I love a Chesterfield.
I did a live, and somebody asked me about, like, my tips for new drag artists, and my tip was, bitch, put the makeup on. And I went on kind of a little rant. Out of context, it just sounds like I'm being a heinous bitch. But what I was just saying is, like, just do it. Just when you start drag, do the makeup. Put the makeup on.
Put it on. Put the makeup on, Tiffany.
Tiffany wears actually
a lot of makeup.
She wears a lot of makeup.
She was like, oh my god, I wear like no makeup. This is so embarrassing. And I'm like,
liar.
She painted me, and I was like, girl, this is like 75 steps. You wear makeup.
Oh, I was using that, and then when we got on the show, they warned me that Pythia and Denim were like, listen, your makeup is really well blended. You're gonna be fine, but like careful of the white.
Yeah,
I was like, nope.
Don't wear super white on TV, or else Brooklyn will make your entire storyline about you not wearing blush.
Hey, sup?
This is a really great foundation.
I've introduced everyone on the cast to this, I guess, because like the only other person who used it was Perla. It's Juvia's place.
Well, I know it. It's just I bought the sticks.
Do you do color correction?
No.
We're gonna have to do color correction if this is gonna be successful.
Oh, well then let's do it. So what were we talking about before both of us had an attack? You were telling me that everybody is calling me out on the show.
Oh yeah, it just seemed like you came up in every episode. I was like, oh, like, what was this? And they were like, Uma Gahd. Tara said, like, oh, because I asked Tara why she didn't do the bald cap on the runway. Because she had that bald cap on under that wig.
Yeah.
I needed behind my ears cut, and I asked the sister to help. And when I asked the sister to help, it was cut a little too high, and it tore a little bit because of the jagged edges. What sister? Driver. Miss Uma Gahd, this is your time to speak. I know you like to do it, so come on. Come on. Where's the namaste? Where's yes, get her, bitch.
She blamed you for it. You can go watch it.
I didn't cut her bald cap. I came to try to help her when it ripped. A sister.
A sister.
Jesus.
And then Tiffany tried to do your voice and sounded like Jennifer Coolidge after a bump of ketamine.
Hey, I'm Uma. Xana must have said something.
No, in that one I said I would have, if she had to let me have Hetzel Roldo, I would have beat you.
See, here's the thing about that. You've said that to both of us, where you've said that if you had gotten heads will roll, you would have beaten both of us. You know who else thought that they were going to beat me? Xana. Well, when I was doing, when I was lip syncing against Sangina, that one was fully like, okay, Sangina is at like 110% the second the song starts.
Yeah.
And I was just like, whoa, I gotta get out of the way. And then at some point I couldn't see where she was. And then every time I would try to, you know, like you try to do the polite Canadian thing where like one of you is here, one of you is here. When you see the other one coming, you go, oh, okay. And then you like merge into the other lane, you put on your blinker, and then Sangina spent the entire time on one side. And I was like, well, this was the part where I was going to like walk around a little bit, but I guess what I'm going to do is floor work, which I have never done in my life. My drag son saw it and went, who's that?
We were all like, yeah, you better get on the floor, Uma!
That's the power of the pants.
It's giving like highlight vibes.
It's like, you know, just kind of like very much like,
such as,
and also,
therefore, hence, such as. Okay, wait, let's talk about our first impressions of each other, because we actually knew of each other before going into Drag Race. Like, we were internet friends.
Yes. So every year that I watched Canada's Drag Race, I was like, this is it. This is the year that Helena is there. Because I was like...
Literally the first thing you said to me, I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited you're here. And you said, it's about fucking time, bitch.
Exactly.
That's the first thing you said to me was, it's about fucking time you're here.
Because I just, in my head, I was like, this is somebody who's like gonna blow, it's gonna give everything that they want. Great performance, amazing fashion. I know that you're funny. So like, I knew that this was gonna be like great for you. And then every year I was waiting and I was like, where is she? Where is she? Where is she? And then on that first day, right as we were running in, I caught a glimpse of the back of your head. And I was like, there's no one else in the world that's gonna come into Canada's Drag Race with raccoon striped scene girl hair. I was like, it's her! But yeah, so we already knew each other, but I mean, like, I've always just been in like awe of your drag.
Yeah, I've always been a super huge Uma Gahd fan as well. I remember when I first found like your Facebook page, I think, and it was like around, I think we started drag around the same time, like within a year of each other. Cause like you came up as like a friend recommendation on Facebook, I think, because I had started drag like the year before, I think.
Okay.
And Facebook was recommending.
Facebook at the time used to actually do its job sometimes.
Yeah, it was like, oh, you're a clown? Here, be friends.
Exactly.
And I remember seeing it and you had like the full like habit on and your makeup, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, I am obsessed with this.
I remember a couple of years before we both got on, I came to Toronto with the Montreal Pride team.
Yeah.
And
I hunted you down. I saw you on the street.
But exactly. You and Ivory ran up to me. I was like, oh, like Helena and Ivory, you're like the two Toronto queens that I know probably, like that I've interacted with the longest.
Yeah.
And so to have the two of you run up to me.
Shout out Ivory Towers.
Like the two of you running up to me, I was like, but they know who I am? Like it was crazy to me.
But as soon as I found out you were going to be there, the first thing that popped in my head was, look at all those chickens! And they were like, oh my god. And I was like, look at all those chickens!
Exactly. Well, it's because for a while there was a friend group that for some reason every time they would take pictures, they'd always notice that one of them was doing this. So they had chicken claws, and then they started calling each other chickens. Like, hello chickens! And then, look at all those chickens happened. So it was just like in my friend group zeitgeist for forever, so we made it a redeem.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Okay, wait, this is important.
Okay.
We're doing the cheek contour.
Oh my gosh, look at my nose. Everybody,
because when
tag Nike in the comments. Sorry.
When people do my makeup, they try to do my cheek contour, and for some reason, they always cut through their cheek. But so you have to look at where your muscles are. So smile. So see this line here? This is the line that you are enhancing with the makeup, okay? You don't cut through the cheek, you don't cut here. It's down here. It's the bottom shadow of a really round cheek.
I think that's why I've always really liked your makeup, because it's rooted in theatrical stage makeup.
Locally, they would call it my mask.
But like this is also like similarly, and this isn't offensive because your character is an old woman, but it's like very based traditionally in like an old age theater makeup.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Which was my favorite makeup to do in school. Like I aced that exam, and I think that's probably why I was so gravitated towards your makeup when I saw you online for the first time. Because I was like, that's psychotic. I love it.
Yeah. So my makeup is actually, what's funny about it is that you're saying that, is that my makeup is actually based in me being a contrarian little bitch. And not being able to, like, I can't do anything that everyone else is doing. If everyone else is doing it, I'm like, no way.
That's gonna be the promo clip for this. Me being a contrarian little bitch.
But so I, like, at the time, there was only, like, the only real good drag makeup tutorials were all exactly the same. Like, at the time, everyone had the exact same triangular wing, one color wash on the lid, carded cheeks, and then,
well, everyone had the Raven.
Yeah, everyone forgot what blush was. Everyone started wearing like metallic highlighter. Like, it looked, to me, it was just like everybody looks exactly the same. So instead of trying to be like, the whole point of my makeup is to look round. I'm supposed to look like a smile. So, like, that's really what and then like I don't have a wing. And I have a round nose, and I have round cheeks, because everybody else was like, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look like a swordfish that put on a pair of wax lips.
Swordfish.
With wax lips, exactly. But you see it now, right? You know I'm correct. Yeah, when I started, the only good makeup tutorials that I could find for drag were Petrichor.
Yeah,
no, Petrilude.
Petrilude is how I learned how to do so much makeup before I even went to school. Oh, it's Michaela's birthday today.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I sent her a message earlier.
I wished her happy birthday on her post, but I haven't like texted her.
Yeah,
maybe I'll show up as her birthday clown.
Please do. You're distracting me, damn it. Okay. I'm gonna go get my powder.
This is part of the fun.
And I would go
I'm obsessed with this nose.
I'm so happy.
Do you have a favorite funny memory from filming Drag Race that like either they wouldn't have seen or did it bad?
That didn't make the edit? Oh gosh. Okay, so actually, speaking of Jaylene, it was on the first day when we were all running in. Everybody's running around screaming, and this is when we were getting into our like alcoves. Everyone's running around screaming, dragging things, trying to make friends, judging everybody, whatever. You'll notice that they don't have, in the episode, there's like no footage of me and Jaylene doing anything. Because literally, the two of us leaned up against a work table, and it was like the two old aunties watching like the kids run around in the yard. We were just sitting there sipping our coffee, just being like, kids.
Look at the kids
Bless
running
them.
around. Your voice on Mary, we're filming.
Wait, is that Best in Show or something?
No, that was just me impersonating Fahrenheit.
Oh. Work.
Y'all, you have to know Brooklyn's DNA to understand Brooklyn. You have to meet Fahrenheit, you have to meet Heavenly Heights, and then just for fun, you have to meet Catherine Heights Dior.
Work, but like, she's a ballerina, she's a pageant girl, and she has a very distinct drag family. So like, when you really look at her, like you said, her DNA, it's like, oh.
Yeah, being like in a not professional setting, backstage with Brooklyn, like, she's funny.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Have you seen the video of her, like, walking Priyanka around, like, a dog on a leash but holding her ponytail, like, before Priyanka was on Drag Race?
No. Before we were announced, Brooklyn was in Montreal for our Pride Festival. Mm-hmm. And she was walking around, and she was being gorgeous and stunning and everything. And then I finished a number that I was in, and I come running off stage, and then she sees me, and she says, "Oh, hi!" And the person next to her goes, "How do you know each other?" And I immediately, it was like, girl, I'm on Twitter.
Nice.
I'm on the internet, idiot.
And then I was like, I've seen inside Brooke's apartment because of her, like, she had posted pictures of inside of her apartment being like, "Hi, I'm
oh my God,
redecorating, everyone help." And she bought this rug. Oh yeah, so I know her from Twitter. I've seen inside her apartment. By the way, Brooke, the rug? Hate it. Literally went, "Oh," and I walked away. She's so funny. And that doesn't count the time that we went to go see the strippers together. Oh! And she sat in the front row with a $20 bill going, "Go off!"
during the Design for Brooklyn challenge, so we had to actually dress her backstage in our garments. We were in our full runway outfits too. So I had the thing with the wig reveal with the scalped head underneath. So I was bent down, buckling up the shoes I picked out for her, and I was like, oh, you can put your hand on my shoulder to brace yourself if you want. She's like, okay, and she puts her hand on top of my head and just snatches the fucking wig off my head, like thing, and she just goes, I just really wanted to do that, and put it back on my head.
Alright, another little tip for my drag compatriot.
Tips with Uma!
Don't bother using 47 fine tip liquid liners and using all that plastic, wasting all that money. Buy yourself one grease paint face paint. This is hysterical because it's called Le Maquillage Professionnel, but they shorten it to Le Mac Pro. But then I just use a concealer brush, and this is what I use for like covering my eyelid with black so that I don't have to keep using 40 million eyeliner pens. Let's talk about you for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Now that we've seen the show, we've gotten to air all the episodes, you've gotten to kind of get out there and do your thing, how is the fan feeling about you being like an alt girl on Canada's Drag Race?
So funny how when you put yourself out there with like kind of like peacocking with nostalgia, you figure out like just how many people had the exact kind of experiences with the exact kind of like subculture as you did as a teenager, which has been really fun. Basically, I'm saying like everyone had an emo phase and loves to tell me about it, and I love hearing about it.
Yeah!
I was like, also the amount of emo kids who became hardcore Swifties is a crossover I was not expecting.
Oh!
It's an interesting discovery. Shout out to all the MCR to Swifties. Yeah, Uma and I did my Dirty Bingo show last night, and she started off by saying like, I'm a prude and I don't like to say nasty words. And then I went over like my first rhyme and Uma tried to leave. I was like, this is the first one! We haven't even gotten to the necrophilia yet. Not the blue and the white there, bud.
Oh yeah, eh?
Going out for a rip there, bud.
Alright, lucky duck, huh?
You do Northern Quebec, I'll do Northern Ontario. Going out for a rip there, bud.
No, but that one I don't go that way. I don't criss-cross cut ça biscuit soda ball point pen septic tank but de caoutchouc.
That's pretty good. You sound like my friend Pierre when he's drunk.
I mean, when I got on the show, there was some people that were like, where's the French-Canadian representation? And I was like, I'm literally right there. Like, just because my French isn't perfect doesn't mean that I'm not French-Canadian. Just because it doesn't look like you're French-Canadian doesn't mean that it's not French-Canadian. Like, je vais le dire en français. Venez voir ma grand-mère à Noël. On va manger sa tourtière, on va manger son ragoût, on va manger ses pêtes de sœur, puis tu vas me dire si oui ou non, je suis assez franco-canadienne. Merci. I don't know if that's gonna get you demonetized.
You're welcome and/or I'm sorry.
Don't move. This is the delicate part. Okay. I continue.
You heard it here first. Uma takes white lines real serious.
Thank you. It's been so much fun. Thank you, everyone. God bless
Summer,
you.
bumping that. Wait, did I ever tell you about how a while ago my new favorite thing was to take songs and sing them in your, like, say them in your voice?
No!
And the first one I did was Bitch Better Have My Money by Rihanna. Don't act like you forgot. I call the shots.
I'm touched, I'm flattered, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's either you or I go right to Xana's Betty Page voice. That's what happened with Abracadabra. And now every time I hear it or someone says, oh, have you heard do you like Abracadabra? I go, Abracadabra! Abracadabra, Brooklyn! You got to be right next to that. How was that?
Do the brows.
Eyebrows.
There's five hairs.
5 hairs per brow.
Yeah. My grandmother says, and here she is, Uma Gahd! And I walk in, and the first thing that anyone says is an old man right in the front looks at me and goes, fuck, you're ugly! I said, oh my gosh, you too! We make a great team! And then he was mad at me. So see, this is the part of drag that, like, this is when I get into it.
This is the part that makes you be like, yes, like feel it?
Oh, yeah. So, like, the blush for me is, like, I make those Trixie Mattel, like, ah! Like, the blush is what makes me feel alive and, like, beautiful.
You don't wear highlighter.
Yeah. Also, we're gonna fucking fight about it.
We can fight, that's fine. That one's for you, Xana.
All right, now we have to do the lips. All right, now everyone, we have to
the lips!
we have to shut the hell up for a minute because we're doing lips.
Everyone shut the fuck up.
When the first time that I ever got in drag, my drag mother put me in drag. And when we got to the lips, she was like, okay, so what's like your fantasy for the lips? And I was like, milk. So my lips were enormous. The tiniest little difference all of a sudden makes it look insane. So like...
Yeah, you don't want it to look insane. That would be crazy.
Yeah. Okay. All we have to do last is like mascara and lashes. And we're gonna do that off camera.
Subscribe!
There. That's how it works, right? I know how technology.
We're cool girls. We know what's going on.
Yeah, that's feeling pretty from the village.
From the town they call the city. Soup or sandwich.
These are. This is literally what you sang in the last one.
I can put them on though too.
No, you put them on, but stick them in your crease, not on your lash line.
Okay, you put them on then, because I don't know how to do that. I've never done that.
You're gorgeous! We forgot one very important part.
What? Oh my gosh, my gap!
You're gonna be gapped!
I'm gonna get the gap.
She's gapping. Ew, ew, ew.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Look at this. This is fucking wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We've got lashes. We've been gapped in secret. No, you're not gonna find out. It's a secret.
Shh.
It's a secret.
That's Alyssa's secret.
Get the London look, babes.
Babs.
All right, we're gonna go put on the full Uma Gahd fantasy, and we'll be back to say goodbye and show you the final look.
Yay!
Hey guys, it's Uma Gahd here. Sorry, Helena had to leave, so I'm gonna finish off the video. Thanks so much for watching. Oh my god, Agatha, what are you doing here? Oh my gosh, look at me! I'm Uma Gahd!
Doesn't she look beautiful? This is honestly, it's freaking me out a little.
It's freaking me right out.
We'll take the glasses off just so that they can get the full.
This is so cool, Uma. I look so good.
Yay!
I'm gonna give this right here the most twinning look of the whole series so far. I look exactly like you.
Yes!
This is insane. Like, I feel like you could create like an army of you. Bjork.
And if you complain about my makeup once more, you'll meet an army of me.
Oh my gosh. God bless.
She's about to go commit crimes.
Yeah, you wanna fuck this gap?
Absolutely not.
You wanna fuck this gap here?
I need you to stop immediately.
Oh my gosh, well this is the final look. I have been transformed and indoctrinated into the house of God. Thank you so much, Uma.
I have a name for you. I have a name for her.
Oh, I have a name, okay.
Yes, so I'm Uma Gahd. So you are Gooma Odd.
Gooma Odd. More like Guna Odd.
Yeah, stop that. Not with my face on.
You wanna goon with me sometime?
Yeah, and just.
God bless.
Yay!
Yay, thank you, Uma. Oh my gosh, this was so much fun. Thanks for coming and hanging out. It was so much fun to just hang out. We haven't gotten to do this really yet.
I know, and now I'm heading off to a fringe show. I'm making a cameo in a drag king theater piece called Frat House Evicted.
Yes.
So, because in this house, we support the kings, but only the drag kings. They're the only ones.
Yeah, drag kings. Drag kings. Fuck the monarchy. Where can everybody find you and follow you and keep up with all of the crazy exciting things you're doing? You are so busy. You've got your own show coming up again, and you have a residency, and you're traveling. So just tell everybody everything you want to tell them and where they can follow you.
So if you want to know anything about what I'm up to, I'm not the one that organizes anything. That's my drag sister, Selma. She's the mistress of business.
We're close.
I'm the face. But so you can find me if you're old, I'm on Facebook. If you're a millennial, I am on Instagram. If you are a Gen Z, I am on TikTok. Woo! And if you're out of your fucking mind, I'm on Twitter. You can look up Uma Gahd, Gahd, on all the socials, except on Twitter because my account was banned for stupid reasons, so it's House of God there. But if you just look up Gahd, it's all there. I'm coming to Edinburgh in August. I don't know when this is coming out. So I'm going to be in Edinburgh in August, and otherwise I'm just always out and about, and I'm available for bachelorettes, for birthday parties, for christenings, for bat mitzvahs, for funerals, for getting out of prison. Stop that!
Well, thank you so much for watching. This has been another episode of I Want You on My Face. Thanks, Uma. I guess I'll see you when I get to turn you into a slutty little succubus. Bye.
Bye!
Bye.
Poison. Don't think too much, just sip some poison. From now on, we're serving